Hey Libras, what's going on? This is your general, June love and relationship reading. Let's see what energy is available for you. Oh, already lots coming out for June with love and relationships. And keep in mind that relationships can be any type of relationship, doesn't just have to be romantic, right? Love, so it can be about friendships or family or your relationship to yourself. If you're doing a lot of healing, it could be a relationship to your job, a boss, a coworker, money, all of that good stuff. So your children, I think I said family already. Anyway, so let's see what's coming out. The Queen of Cups. So this is, I don't know why I'm saying you're feeling in your element. You're not a water sign, but you are feeling in your element in terms of like you're comfortable in your emotions. I guess you're comfortable in your body or what you're feeling and what's coming up. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is, it's because you're resting more. Or this is going to be the energy coming in, or it's asking you to do these things. Like if that's not how you feel, if you don't feel connected to your emotions, or it's also like she's loved and she knows how to love, right? So she's in her nurturing, loving power. So it's like you also being receptive. So if you're not feeling that, it's asking, like the way that you can do that is to rest more, to meditate more, to take more breaks. And that's how you receive. And I think the reason, like I said, there's some of you who are feeling this, but like what you may struggle with doing this because the Nine of Swords is anxiety, stress. When you start to slow down, it's almost like you get anxious, like, oh my God, am I doing something wrong? Shouldn't I be doing something productive? It's okay to just take a break. It's okay to just watch TV. It's okay to just lay in the grass or lay on the hammock or sit outside or go for a walk. It's like doing all these like leisurely activities sometimes makes you feel a little bit like you're doing something wrong. But I feel like it's not going to take much for you to, oh look, we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. I'm going to clarify a little bit more just to get into it, but it's not going to take much for you to, I guess, overcome the anxiety, I feel, because I guess that's also why you're doing it, is like, I think it's also like you know that it's counterproductive to be stressed, to be anxious, to worry, and you're kind of like, no, I'm going to allow myself to just rest and receive, be loved, and to love others, because you also realize that when you allow yourself to receive and rest and be in your loving, gentle, nurturing energy, you then are more gentle and loving towards others, right? So yeah, we have the Star, which is Aquarius energy, and also the Nine of Pentacles. So 2 nines. I feel like you've already done enough. I feel like it's just like you've already done enough. You can sit back and allow yourself to, this is about enjoying what you've created, enjoying the life that you've built. You know, the life of luxury, in terms of like luxury means something different for everybody. So it's just like enjoying the monetary or just abundant success, wealth, achievements, or, you know, just whatever it is that you've created. And the Star is about healing and hope. It's also about being the star, right? Like shining bright. It's like allowing yourself to just receive that from yourself. Receive the praise, receive the admiration, receive the healing that is available to you this month. So I really don't feel like you're going to have to do much this month. It's more asking you to slow down and receive. Another 9. You know, so 9s for me represent, and we move into the 10. So 9s to me represent like the card of self, where it's like about endings, completions, but it's like, I don't know why it's like, for me, it's like, okay, the card of self, like I'm reflecting on myself. And so I feel like you're realizing that you have the power to shift all of this, and that you create all of this too, like in your own mind or in your own emotions, in your own head. The Nine of Wands is about persevering. So maybe you have been through a lot, but it's also in the way you're seeing it. So just remember that you have the power to shift things the way that you desire them to be, especially your perspective around resting, around taking a break, around allowing yourself to receive. So we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius, but it's alchemy. I was really feeling emotional alchemy because Then we have the 10 of Wands, which is like as you know, going from the 9 to the 10, and in between that is Temperance, the emotional alchemy card. So blending two elements in order to create a third, and it's about creating balance. You're creating balance, and it's also about patience as well. But the 10 of Wands is coming to the ending, coming to the completion of this cycle where you're feeling burdened, you're feeling weighed down, you feel like you've been through a lot, and you're ready to let that go. The Page of Cups. The Page of Cups can be about friendship or a younger water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. It could also just be about being open and receptive, like communicating something, or working on a new creative project that you're emotionally connected to. And we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is about being discontent. It's about not taking that cup, right? So maybe you're being offered something and it's telling you to either, let's get one more just because I'm not sure if it's telling you to not take the cup. It's about choices. So you're going to have some kind of choice. Maybe it is about, actually, I feel like this is still connected to you and your emotions. It's not necessarily about other people. It's all about, like, with these, you don't have to take and attach yourself to or identify with every single emotion that comes up. You know, Libras overthink. We are an air sign. I say we because my moon sign is in Libra, but you know, you may overanalyze or overthink your emotions, and trying to always balance. You know, like Libra is all about balance too, just like Temperance is about balance. But sometimes, you know, you don't have to accept every single emotion that comes up or thought or story, you know. And so it's telling you, like, okay, the ones that you don't like, the ones that don't feel good, just don't accept it. Don't take it as a part of yourself. And then that's where this comes in. This is about choosing. It's weighing up your options and choosing. It's like, again, you have the power to choose which direction, you go, right? So if you want to keep stressing yourself out and working yourself ragged, working yourself to the bone, not taking breaks, you have the choice to do that. We have free will. But you also have to deal with the consequences of that as well. And I think that's really important to remember, is we can't go and then feel like, oh my gosh, like the Nine of Wands card is kind of like, oh my gosh, I've been through so much. It's kind of sometimes feeling like the victim and the shadowy energy of it, feeling like the victim or feeling like other things are being done to you. Like nothing's being done to you. You're allowing certain things to happen and you may not like that. And so you have to look back at the root cause of like, where did this thought, where did this story, where did this emotion come from? And why am I believing in it? Why am I still going with it? Why am I giving into it? You know, the Ace of Swords is about clarity, truth. So what is your truth? What is clear for you? We have the Four of Cups again. Four of Cups again. So it's like, where are you discontent? What are you allowing in your life? I think it's also getting clarity, like where in your life you're not happy and saying, okay, how can I change this, right? And maybe you've learned or you've adopted this behavior of just accepting what's being given to you without actually feeling like you have the power to choose. And especially when it comes to our emotions, it's like, if you have a lot of negative thoughts and negative emotions and you're just used to feeling bad all the time, but you don't question it, you know, maybe it's time to start questioning it. Like, where's this coming from? Why do I feel like I have to always be down in the dumps? Why do I always have to see the negative side of things? Why can't I be positive and happy? And why can't I just allow myself to enjoy the pleasures of life, you know? But maybe it could be also with, a person, because we have King of Pentacles now. So we started with the Queen of Cups. Now we have a masculine energy out, which is the King of Pentacles. So it could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be those energies. He represents someone who's abundant, who's wealthy, who's nurturing, grounded, stable. You know, maybe you're getting clarity that you are not happy with the certain situation in your life that this King of Pentacles represents. Whether that's a job or the amount of money that you make, or a person. You know, maybe somebody's offering you something and you're just like, you know that it's not it. And so you're allowing yourself to say no to it. Whereas before, maybe you would say yes just because you want to make someone else happy. Or Four of Swords again, and a lot of fours. So we have the Four of Cups out twice, the Four of Swords out twice. Is this about resting? It's also about contemplation. So maybe you need to think about things before you decide, right? Instead of trying to make somebody else happy. That is also a very Libran thing to do, is to kind of people please, to make everyone, you know, want everyone to like you because you are ruled by the planet Venus, which is about love and relationships and harmony and balance, right? So The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is about communication. It can sometimes be aggressive communication, swift communication. Let me get one more to see what this is about. But it's something about your stability when it comes to like not allowing things that you don't like to knock off your stability, like to knock you off of your stability, I guess. Right, it's like saying no to the things that don't support your stability. I mean, and on the flip side, it could mean that you're saying no to something that could be very supportive of you, you know, because the King of Pentacles can be about someone who is good and stable, or it's about you and that aspect of you being stable. But I really am more getting, so it's like you're saying no to the things that are not supporting your stability. And the Ten of Swords. Oof. So it's about letting some kind of, with this card, it's almost like he's going to on attack, like defending yourself within your own mind. Defending yourself you need to defend the way that the stories that you're saying, like defend yourself. There's stories that are coming in that aren't serving you anymore. There's stories you keep playing into, telling yourself, that kind of ruin your happiness when it comes to when you're feeling good and you're feeling in your element and you're like, yeah, I feel so good, I'm gonna receive. And then a story comes in, it's like, well, that's not gonna happen actually. Or, you know, whatever story it is, that person doesn't actually like you. You know, that's never gonna happen, right? Like that kind of thing. You wanna investigate that and not believe it. It's almost like in the past you would have been like, oh, I guess, yeah, that's true, right? So not allowing other people's stories that maybe you've heard or you've allowed in your life to determine how you actually feel. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetime. So this is a major like lesson for you. You're going through a big shift and transformation in changing your mindset, right? The new beginning that you have, the only ace that's out is the Ace of Swords, which is about truth, clarity. So what is your truth? What is so super clear to you, right? And then killing off. This is also about it's about a painful ending, right? So it's maybe you've been attached to certain stories for so long that, you know, of course you're going to have to grieve certain aspects of what you're letting go. But it's time, because you have two tens, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Those are both like uncomfortable, kind of painful energies and it's about completion. Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? Right. So the lesson you're learning through this, to say no, to master like your stories, to tell yourself new stories, to rewire your brain and your mindset basically, is something that also the High Priestess is very much tapped into her intuition. So it's about you listening to your intuition as well and being in that priestess energy. You know, also water is like a receiver. It's a electromagnetic kind of, what's like, you can channel more easily within water or near water. So you're in your power in that way. So, which means all different types of stories, thoughts, beliefs are going to be coming through, whether good or bad. So you want to make sure that you are not giving into the bad ones, the old ones that make you feel shitty. And then, you know, when it comes to like, if it's a person, right? If the way that the things they say or the way they communicate with you or, you know, sorry, someone's calling me. I got distracted. The way they communicate with you doesn't make you feel good, or the way they don't communicate with you, right? Or however you feel within that connection with that person, whatever they're offering you, it doesn't feel good, just say no to it. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for following me. If you don't, please follow my channel, like, share, subscribe. Also, if you'd like to work with me, you can click on the link below, and once you schedule your session or purchase your session, I'll send you an email with my calendar. Also follow me on Instagram at Bethany Empowers. Sending you love. Bye.